because I don't really like that song that much. That episode actually used to scare me when I was a kid. Alrighty. So we're back for a second deck of the day because we are having a good one. And this is Brian M's Mono-Rad Artifacts. It is a Tron deck. We are playing 61 cards because, hell, we are an offshoot of the Serum Visions podcast here, so what the hell? Gotta play 61 cards. We are playing a few red cards worthy of note. Galvanic Blast is our one tiny nod towards interaction, as is Pyrite Spellbomb. The main card we're playing here is Goblin Engineer. It's 1 and a red for a 1/2 Goblin Artificer. When it enters the battlefield, you search your library for an artifact card of any size and put it into your graveyard, then shuffle your library. You can also pay 1 and a red, tap, sacrifice an artifact, return target artifact with converted mana cost 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. So what are we going to do with this? Well, we're going to play a couple of tutorable artifacts that are interesting and useful, such as Lotus Bloom, Welding Jar, Pyrite Spellbomb, Soul Guide Lantern, etc. Ichor Wellspring is especially a good combo with Goblin Engineer, Servo Schematic, and some Myr Retrievers. Myr Retriever also can get cards from our graveyard back to our hand. But we've also got 3 copies of Lightning Greaves here. Now, Lightning Greaves allows us to protect our Goblin Engineer and give him haste on the turn he comes into play. And then what we can do with Goblin Engineer is we can bury Kuldotha Forgemaster. And when we bury the Kuldotha Forgemaster, we then will be able to bring it back with things like Trash for Treasure or Myr Retriever or something like that. Once we get the Forgemaster into play, we can go tap, sacrifice 3 artifacts, search your library for an artifact card, and put it onto the battlefield, period. Then shuffle your library. So if we have a Lightning Greaves, we can go get Blightsteel Colossus and instantaneously kill our opponent. We also have the ability to get a Wurmcoil Engine or a Golos Tireless Pilgrim, and then we've got some more options in our sideboard. So that's the general plan we've got going here. I have no idea of its particular level of efficacy in the current modern format, and I'm sure I'm going to goof some games where we will have a path to victory. But hey, we're not just here to win. We're here to entertain. At least myself, if not all of y'all. So let's hop into a league and see how she goes. Got myself a lovely grapefruit Radler from the Ace Hills Beer Company, operating out of Toronto, Canada. My hometown. Hometown pride. It's not the pride of Nova Scotia, but it's pretty good. Have honeycomb and a fresh pot of tea. Dry red wine plus diet tonic water. Not together, I hope. One then the other. German Weissbier. I'm not a big fan of Weissbier. I'm a bad German. I do love Wurst. Alright. We've got almost Tron. I think we keep this. We're just going to rip Tron. It's going to be great. Opponent's bolt to 5. We're against Sven Sven, who I know well from playing Blue Moon in challenges. But we'll see. Okay. Black-red nonsense. Okay. I know. But the Weissbier is, I don't know, for me it's an acquired taste. They take the Golos. Well, that's okay. They didn't know we were going to draw the considerably more threatening Kuldotha Forgemaster. So, you know, got that going on, which is pretty hot. The hell is this creature? Malfagor. Okay. How bad would Mindstone be in here? Probably not bad at all. Hey, look, we did the thing I said we were going to do. All right. Unfortunately, our Kuldotha Forgemaster is not going to have a lot of artifacts to work with. So that's a tad unfortunate. Maybe play the land they know. Yeah, if I was a good player, I would do that. Yeah, yeah. Oh, I'm getting stomped. No, you're right. You're 100% correct. I am sloppy and bad, and I should feel bad. Okay. No token, just a Marsh Flats. Do you want to cycle this Pyrite Spellbomb? I do not. Because Kuldotha Forgemaster can indeed sacrifice itself. So if I rip a third artifact, we can, quote, go off next turn. Alright, here's my 3/5. So what are the chances they do Terminate? Exceedingly high? I feel like 110%. Actually, not anymore, Roy. Not anymore. We good. Now it's stuck in our library. Right where we want it. Alright, let's top deck an artifact. Anyone will do. Okay, this does not say only as a sorcery. So, I think it probably doesn't matter what land I play here. No, we'll play the Cataracts. I guess I should be setting up for the maximum amount of mana, but okay. So Forgemaster does not say only as a sorcery. They might not be aware that they're about to be dealing with a Blightsteel Colossus or Wurmcoil Engine. They just scooped. Is Lambic from Germany or is that Belgium? I believe Lambic is just a manufacturing style. So I think it's both. But I could be wrong. Okay, so black-red nonsense. So Karn, Scion of Urza seems good in a low resource setting. She's just pluses to draw me cards. I guess they're going to have a bunch of creatures, so maybe it's not that good. Soulguy Lantern I do want. They're playing white for Lingering Souls, maybe Path. Yeah. I guess that makes Ensnaring Bridge more desirable. Definitely want Golos. Definitely want my Lightning Greaves. I don't know how much of anything I'm actually supposed to change here. Because I mean, they're definitely going to be going after my Tron lands. They're going to be hitting me with discards, so Trash for Treasure kind of has a kind of high ceiling, depending on how and when I draw it. Okay, let's try it without the bridge. I have no idea what I can cut here. Like, Wurmcoil seems so good. Blightsteel's obviously, like, very difficult for them to beat. But I just want to have Karn as something that's, like, a reasonable casting cost and generates some amount of value. He comes in with 6 loyalty if you plus him. Like, it's just really beefcake. Let's just cut a Chromatic Star or 2. They're nice with the goblins. So let's do 1 of those and 1. A lantern? No. Lantern wipes out their Croxas and their Pyromancers. It's not a huge amount of value, but I feel like it's definitely worth keeping. Let's do that. Right. Kind of close there. Hey, look, we got Tron. Yeah, it's almost impossible that we're not going to get Cleansing Wildfire here, but I couldn't find Vice Beer in the beer stores in Toronto. Oh, I always find it. That's weird. This is Vice Beer. Black Cleave. Damn. I didn't need to know that they were going to draw a land. It's not exciting. Oh, there's the white splash. There you go, Roy. Okay. My turn 3 Karn and Scrap Trawler is going to be extremely powerful. Skelemental. Oh, okay. So I lose Trash for Treasure and Mountain, I guess? Trash for Treasure and Urza's Tower? Yeah. So we're just going to fetch up another tower anyway. Wow! I don't know. Let's just play the card they can't beat. Whatever. It's like playing Bluetron. Sometimes you don't need any synergies. Sometimes just play the big unbeatable card. Yep, that's fine. Oh, they do have Batter Skull. Huh. I'll take that. Okay. Go, Wormy Boy, go! I don't know why that's the sound that Wurmcoil makes, but it is. All right. Get out of work, Professor, and have yourself a good... Looks like the Beast Wars character. Yeah, it does look like a Beast Wars character. But, Black Arachnia... was it Spiderack? There was definitely a different spider. There were 2 spiders on the Predacons. Predacons? I think they were Predacons. Decepticons in the normal... Yeah. hell were the Autobots called? It's like Maximals. It was the Maximals. Okay, so they have Embercleave? No, it was Maximals is I believe is correct. So they have Embercleave, but it currently costs 5, so that's all right. Yeah, let's take the 4 here. Next turn, they're going to have a 5/5 trampled double strike lifelink germ token. So, you know, that is something we should deal with. Huh. Okay. We'll float one here and play Karn. I have to keep Wurmcoil back to block here, essentially. But let's go ahead and plus and draw cards. Wurmcoil can block the germ token even with Embercleave on it and kill it. Servo Schematic and Galvanic Blast. Okay, so I'm getting a Servo Schematic in my hand, which is actually not the end of the world. Can regenerate 2. Yeah, exactly. Chump blockers for days. What is this? Stomp my Scrap Trawler. I think I have to let that resolve. And we just get a Bauble for it. Or I guess I could get an Expedition map. I think Bauble's better. Is this fine? This is fine, right? I think this is fine. I don't really think I need to worry about it. I think they're trying to make me pop the jar. Yeah, I think so. Well, I mean, the real problem will be if they have like a terminate for the Wurmcoil, and then the Wurmcoil's tapped, and I just get slammed for 10. That's not the best, but I'll take it. Because if they make me regenerate the Wurmcoil Engine, for anyone who's not aware, it will be tapped. Also, they could have Terminate, although Terminate will give me 2 Worm tokens, so I'm not super concerned about that. It would have been really sweet to get to have Scrap Trawler in play when Wurmcoil died, although I don't actually have anything expensive in my graveyard to pick up with it, so it's not actually a big deal. But it would have been sweet. Not good, but sweet. And sweetness has value. Sweetness is next to, I don't know, yellow hatliness. Sure, let's go with that one. I should have gone with sweetness is next to faithlessness, because I do love Faithless Brewing. Bone Crusher? Yeah. Umami. Sweetness is next to umami. That's one way to do it. Okay, so they've got instant speed Embercleave here. I have nothing to say about that at the end of turn, so okay. Yeah, that's a hell of a draw, huh? So we're going to play Goblin Engineer, fetch a Lightning Greaves out of my deck. I think we play the Engineer before we do anything else. What's an exile? It's just the Galvanic Blast. Which I could just grab the Galvanic Blast. And then I could respond to... Alright, that's the first thing we're going to do. We're going to go grab our Galvanic Blast. And if our opponent decides to drop their Embercleave in, we get to kill the Germ token in response. Okay, so now we're going to use Cascading Cataracts to play the Goblin Engineer, because we need to have a red mana available later. We'll go Rainbow, because it's fun. Play the Goblin Engineer, then play the Forgemaster. Now, if we can, we'll look for something other than Lightning Greaves to get here. I think Lightning Greaves is what we're getting. We are holding out Galvanic Blast. See this? That's the reason I tapped the way I did. Okay. I guess I could bury Golos, but burying Lightning Greaves. Yeah, we'll bury the Lightning Greaves, and we'll just play the Forgemaster. No, I was 100% interested in playing both the Engineer and the Galvanic Blast this turn. I needed to use the Cascading Cataracts to do it. And, like, trying to leave the Cataracts open for Galvanic Blast versus, like, trying to leave a mountain up for a Galvanic Blast, like, that's hard. So, I got you, boy. I got you. What is this? Stoneforge. Okay, so this is the Ember Cleave. It's going to trigger. It targets, though, which we want. Get out of here, nerd. Alright. We're golden. I think we are gonna get this. I mean, obviously it's possible for them to wreck us here, but it's looking good. Because they can spend literally all their mana to equip their Batterskull. They could spend 3 mana to equip their Ember Cleave, but on the Bone Crusher, that's not that scary. Is this Kolaghan's Command? That would be kind of frustrating. But again, really not that bad. Like, what do they do? Shatter... Whatever they shatter, I'm going to Welding Jar. Bounce Batterskull, then Stoneforge it in. But that's not... Yeah, I'm not worried about that. I mean, if I'm attacking with... yeah, but also, if I'm attacking with... So I just sack Welding Jar for Forgemaster here, right? Yeah. Okay. The flash blocker, though, if they have a second Kolaghan's Command, that would be a little bit rough. Or they can't. Kaya's Guile? No. Equip Ember Cleave. That's fine. They can't even attack. Perfect. So, do I use Karn to make a Construct? I think so. And then for Forgemaster, we're going to sack a Servo Schematic, and a Chromatic Star. I think we just stay defensive until we get the Blightsteel Colossus out, right? And we're just going to win the game with that. Because if they equip Batterskull to Bone Crusher Giant next turn, I just don't care. Blightsteel don't care. I'm going to go ahead and do that. And we're going to draw a card here, so I'm going to main phase this. I'm not really worried about any chicanery on their side of things. Like, I just don't know what they could hit me with. Some kind of discard spell, maybe? I guess. It's possible. But I'm not really worried about it. Okay. Alright, opponent. That's all I got. Could attack with Wurmcoil, sack the Worm, Schematic, and the Star. Yeah, I could. Holy crap, what is this? Okay, yeah. But, yeah, it doesn't really help them. Oh, that's perfect. So if I play Spellbomb and attack, they have to chump block with both Stoneforges. They can't kill me on the crackback. Oh, also I have another Kuldotha Forgemaster activation up here. Can I can sacrifice Blightsteel. It will shuffle into my library, and I can fetch it out again with Kuldotha Forgemaster. FYI. That is a legal Magic the Gathering play. Yes. Yeah. That's not a replacement effect. This is a trigger, right? Oh, no, it is. It is a replacement effect. Huh. Yeah, they have to block with both, which they did realize. But even if it was a trigger, Alex, it would still work. because sacrificing the artifacts is part of the cost, not the resolution. We're just going to put out another construct, and we can pass the turn. Would be broken if you could reanimate it at instant speed. I don't know about that. I don't think it would be a lot better than it is now. Because, like, you can't Goryo's Vengeance it. There's not a lot of things that are reanimate an artifact at instant speed. Like, can you name a card that would actually make it noticeably different for? Oh, opponent. Oh, opponent. Shallow Grave. What format are we talking about? Legacy. I don't think that would be good enough for Legacy, my friend. I just don't. I'm sorry. What is happening? Hogramauling. Oh, he's killing his own Bone Crusher. No, your bones! Your bonitis. I don't think that would actually make that good enough for Legacy. Like, the way Reanimator in Legacy reanimates Gristlebrand is just better. It's just better, and it wins the game harder. Does Shallow Grave even give it haste? It does, right? Yeah. Yeah. I still don't think that would, like, be all that good. It's fine, but it's not, like, crazy. Okay, so we gotta mull that. Alrighty. That's a hand. Just ship the Blightsteel. Oh no! Well, now we're in trouble. Oh shoot, I should have bobbled in there. I had to stop and everything. Maybe they're playing Badtron. We can only hope that it's worse than ours. So already Cleansing Wildfire, by the way, was the correct sideboard card to have. Okay, so no matter what we do, they're on Tron here. So you just have to hope their payoff is bad. In which case, we can play Goblin Engineer and bury something that costs 3 or less that matters in this matchup at all. No. We're probably supposed to play Soul Guide Lantern and just draw 2 cards during their turn. But if they have Karn Liberated, we're just dead. So, nice and quick. So clearly we were supposed to sideboard Cleansing Wildfire. I thought so, but I've never, I don't think I've ever used Blood Moon as a side, or Blood Sun as a sideboard card, so I was kind of interested. Just to see how colossally bad it would be. My opponent is confused. They've been stunned. Bloodsun's still worth trying in these leagues. Oh yeah, sure, absolutely. It doesn't do anything against Tron, whereas Cleansing Wildfire would be a great mirror breaker, right? Like the advantage of playing a red Tron deck would be you get to play main deck, or you get to play sideboard Cleansing Wildfire. Blood Moon. You don't think I didn't think of it. Don't you dare think that I didn't think about playing Blood Moon in this deck. But I was like, that's ridiculous. Blood Sun is clearly the correct choice. Come on. It's worth thinking about. It is. No, I agree. For the science. I'm not, in pure conversational terms, I'm not always great. Oh, they lost connection. Okay, they're back now. In pure conversational terms, I am always the naysayer. But if you actually hand me the deck or be like, it's on the low, should I stick this fork in the toaster? No, it's less than that. This is more like lemon and milk. Why hasn't anyone tried it before? Oh, they lost their connection again. Maybe we're going 2-0 with the jank. Well, Roy, if you add it in any kind of reasonable proportion, you're going to curdle your milk. And while curdling milk does result in cheeses, and you can milk wash things by doing so, the product as is... No, I have tried it. I've tried intentionally curdling things, but with the understanding of what would happen, why, and how to do so. Nowhere near as tasty as Mentos and Coke. I'll have to try that one. That sounds great. What's the correct technique for that? It's just swallow a ton of Mentos and then, you know, shotgun a giant bottle of Coke? Oblivion Stone into Gigantha. I mean, that was incredibly weak. In terms of what could have gone down there, that was mediocre to the extreme. Unfortunately, my following turn is going to be mediocre to the extreme. Okay, so what are we getting here? Is that Lightning Greaves? Feels like Lightning Greaves, but they're just gonna O-stone me, right? They can't Gigantha and Fate Counter. Can't even cast the Gigantha right now. I think we'll get Ichor Wellspring. Pretty sure it's Ichor. Ichor. Oh, here's the Gigantha. Oh, or the Ugin. Alright, we're just done. Okay, so... Pithing Needle. Seems okay. Soul Lantern's terrible. And... Welding Jar is bad, but is it bad enough to be a cut? Probably. Something like Platinum Angel? No, probably not, right? Can't see Platinum Angel being all that helpful here. I think we just need to try to combo kill them with Blightsteel. I guess these Galvanic Blasts are pretty god-awful, huh? Is there anything that's actually worth having over them? think it's just Needle that's worth boarding in. Yeah, it's just Galvanic Blast is so bad, right? Like, if there was anything worth having. Like, I feel like Chandra might just be better. Just go big or go home. Like, I don't think we need interaction, so let's just play some bombs and hope for the best. Angel sucks in this matchup. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, just, they have a lot of ways to kill it. Okay, that's not good enough. That is okay. Ditch the Forgemaster? No, ditch the Scrap Trawler. Keep the combo piece and all the extra draw. So expensive though. Yeah, but it's not like the Galvanic Blast is going to help me in the situations where the game's going to end on turn 3 or 4. You know what I mean? Like that's not a thing. Oh, Roy the Literalist. Roy, you are the intellectual Calvin to my wild tiger-like Hobbes. Well, that's not going to do it. Power plant. If I wait until I play Scrap Trawler, then the Chromatic Sphere will turn into a Mishra's Bauble, which is kind of cool. On the other hand, they're probably just going to have turn 3 Tron and wreck me. So, you know. Did they get it? Did they get it? Come on, they had to have gotten it. They always get it. Tron always wins. Puts map into their hand. Okay. And a forest. Wow. They're super not there. Okay, we almost have a combo here. I don't know what we do with that combo or what that combo itself can accomplish, but we have it, you know? KCI is banned, but you know, maybe we can do something with this? Question mark? Relic. Well, that's unfortunate. Okay, so I should have done this first. All right. Okay, not punished. Demonstrating on them. I suppose we could still draw it now. Good. Good. Never punished. Well, you know what it's time for. Attack for 3! Kia! Scrap Trawler. Look at him. He's so cute. Scooping that body out of there. So cute. Okay. So they're going to have 5 mana with Tron? Okay. So no payoff. Got it. Ancient Stirrings? Oop. Not even that. Yikes. That is unfortunate. The Arrayo games were okay. We went 2 and 3 overall. We got a bit unlucky against the red decks and the zoo deck, which I mean I would sort of classify as a red deck. 7 turns later. Tron, kill you. Just makes me think of Shane Hall. That's my mental image for all Tron players. Sure, you got me. You got all my Chromatic Stars and my Bauble. Okay. Yeah. Alright. Not gonna win that one. I mean, that was not shocking at all, right? We were able to do reasonably well against the eminently fair, grindy mid-range deck, but actual factual Tron, not so much. Oh, I'll bet you did. Seems like the kind of human who would get exceptionally tilted from that kind of interactions. That's fair. But at the same time, I mean, if you were to judge most communities, I think a large percentage of them would be not the best. All right. So I'm going to keep this. Hope to just peel land. I don't know if I should lead on map or Chromatic Star here. Why don't you just play blue-black Tron? He was trying to help you. Alright, we're going to play the map. We're going to go high risk, high reward. Like you do. To be fair, though, his attitude of being more value-oriented was not, misplaced. I remember at one point he had to come in and sell a bunch of cards so he could make rent. So, different motivating factors, let's say. Oh boy. I don't think it justifies him being judgmental about the way that other people play the game, but, I can understand the philosophy he had for the way he was playing it, and therefore some people are I don't know about the therefore in there, but some people are not great at realizing that just because they have a set of values, it doesn't mean that another person's set of values is incorrect. So we're gonna have power plant, legacy cube. Yeah, well. Power plant. All right. We want the bug. No, the steam. I like the steam. Okay, so they have two mana open here. Your values are wrong. Gotcha. Okay, let's play Lightning Greaves. Remand. Okay. I want them to go after a spell I play. Because I would like to land this Goblin Engineer this turn. Oh, maybe what they have is Mana Leak. In which case, we're just going to play the map here. I guess because we have the Lightning Greaves, though, Goblin Engineer is better than it would have been otherwise. Play this Bauble. Force negation. Well, that can't get my Goblin. Get the gob. Please slam our. Alright, I kind of want to get rid of that, so we're gonna get out. Okay. So I think I'm just getting a mountain. Oh, that's interesting. So don't cryptic me, bro, brozette, brobot, bro they. Resolves. Okay. So I guess I'm getting pathed, huh? So if the next thing I bring out is also going to get removed or pathed. So let's like get Golos. Well, yeah. Do I have anything in good that's good in there already to take out? Gotta play Blossoming Defense. That'd be great right now. I really want to get something that Engineer can actually buy back. You have green mana, we do. I want to get Ichor Wellspring or Scrap Trawler here. I think Scrap Trawler would be best. Because if I actually get to use... What I really want is something that's going to be good if I get to equip my Goblin this turn. Golos? Yeah, Golos is just the best choice for sure. Yeah. Now they're going to have Bolt or Path. Yeah, there's the Path. Saw it coming from a mile off. Now the real problem is going to be when I get Cryptic here. I have 10 mana next turn, so we'll see. I need the red mana. Oh, shoot. So I have to sack the Lightning Greaves if I want. Maybe we just pass the turn. Hope that they tap down. Because I know they have Force of Negation. So actually, we're probably screwed for the foreseeable future trying to do anything here. Rough. Rough, 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 rough. Rough. Maybe we can draw more good threats. Maybe. Perhaps. Lightning Greaves is removed from the stack because it has no legal targets. Daggers. We're just going to hardcast Blightsteel. I mean, that is something that could happen over the course of this game, and we're getting reasonably close. One shot with the hasty robot. That's the plan. It's absolutely the plan. Uro, gain your pitiful life. It won't save you. Oh, that will. Crap. Our deck needs to fairy. Oh, he didn't put it on top. They didn't put it on top. She didn't put it on top. It didn't put it on top. You didn't put it on top? Wild. Wild. I mean, Lotus Bloom could help. All right, so I would like Golos. I would like to sack this card. They are going to force this, or they should. Can't imagine that they don't force this. Or Cryptic it if they have that. Can I draw my card, please? Okay. Alright. Well. We're on 10 mana. Just a little bit closer. They didn't put the path on top. They must want to escape the Uro quicker. That has to be the concern, right? Wild. Alright, let's draw land that taps for 2. Right now. Oh, that'll do it. I don't know. No time like the present. I'm screenshotting that. Oh, too far. New. New. Are they hellbent? No. It's just like there was no way I wasn't gonna try to do it. I mean, I don't know if I've ever in my life cast a Blightsteel Colossus. Big Teferi. Top deck Blightsteel again. No, they're gonna have too many zombies. I meant like actually channeling Blightsteel is not the same. In fact, I mean like doing it with Tron lands is like reasonably cheating, but at least I had to invest multiple cards. Okay, so this is the matchup for Blood Sun. This is also the matchup for Chandra. So that feels good. Feels like I actually have a sideboard. I don't think I want to play Trash for Treasure against the Force Negation deck. I don't think I want to play Lotus Bloom against what I assume is a Teferi deck. Anything else I want? Pithing Needle, I think. Board out some Lightning Greaves here, just because they're really likely to have a million ways to interact with that. Specifically with whatever creature I fetch out. Like, they can even path a Blightsteel, so, like, Blightsteel's not even a good way to win this matchup. Maybe we play Karns? I think so. Don't really think I want Welding Jar. And we'll cut a Bauble. Okay, we'll try it this way. Holy sideboard. Keep and pray? No, we can do better. Keep and pray? Actually, this is not as much of a prayer. Oh, it's turn 3 Tron. Neat. I love when that happens. Dude. Praise be unto Gritty. Gross. This isn't a prayer, it's a mumble. I like that. What is happening? Oh, no! Oh, man. Oh, okay. Use Cleansing Wildfire's ability. Yes, no? Would you like to not get a land? Alright, so I guess we get a tower. Because the thing we are most likely to draw right now is a mine. Mine. They called it a mine. Alright, Blood Sun you? That's not a mine. Please have a fetch land. Oh, please force it. Do it. Nope. Alright. I'll take it. Oh! Wow, speak of the devil. That's not a fetch land. Mine. There it is. Don't you love the way that works? I love the way that works. All right, Goblin first. Just playing hard to get. That's one way you could say that. All right. Ichor Wellspring this time. I hate having to rely on the goblins surviving. Like, I wish there was a way that I could get guaranteed value. Like, there's no Swords of the Meek in this deck, unfortunately. I think we just get something like Wellspring. Because the value we get out of that if the goblin survives is very high. Yeah, I don't know. This is an awkward deck for me to play. I don't really understand what I'm supposed to be doing with that. Oh, cool, man. Enjoy. Oh, look, I got pathed. On the plus side, this means I have the second mountain for a Chandra, if I draw it. Which would be great. Haha, the Field of the Dead comes in untapped. Okay, so they can't play Cryptic. They can play Force of Negation. Okay, that's not the worst draw. Also not the worst draw. Map. Urza's Tower Plant. Okay. Get rid of their Cleansing Wildfire, I guess. Not likely they could actually cast it any which way, but I would like to have a second threat before I try to deploy this Karn. I guess if they have like, the only thing that beats me here is Force of Negation, so... Because if they have Remand or Mana Leak, I'm fine. Unless they have two. Cool. Fair enough. I will be drawing cards. Oh, sick. Mana Leak this. What was the other card? Another Karn. Alright, I'll take it. This is the Mana Leak? Sick. I'll take it. Urza's mine, more like Urza's tease. That'd be Urza's pole. Urza's strip club. Urza's tea house. Aha! Gotcha, nerd! Can't activate it. Subtype tease. Alright, let's keep drawing cards. Scrap Trawler or Cascading Cataracts. Fair enough. Okay, I guess we cycle this. We're just looking for Chandra at this point. Or any Haymaker, really. So they can't Cryptic me. Oh, that'll work. Yeah. Burn off 1 mana. Myr Retriever. It's no Myr Retriever. And then next turn I can get a Scrap Trawler. That's not bad. Urza's is a subtype. Yeah, it's very strange. The way that all worked out is very strange. Another fetch land. Good, good. I like this. Yeah, they don't have triple blue still. This is working. So do I want that Scrap Trawler? Kinda do. Better to draw the guaranteed Scrap Trawler than a random card. They don't have a Teferi or anything in play, so... I could be worried about Wrath, but I actually have a Myr Retriever in place. I'm not really Engineer. Well, that's just rude. But we'll just put a second Scrap Trawler in our graveyard. Boing. There we go. Go to combat. Bonk. I hope they never draw a Teferi. Because if they do, they're going to bounce my Blood Sun and then they're going to fetch all their lands and be very, very happy. And I don't like my opponent being happy, Roy. I don't. I don't want that. Should probably just draw a card with this, right? Because they can't Mystic Sanctuary right now. Needle 3 Fairy. Oh yeah, I'm an idiot. Duh. I mean, now they're gonna have Hero of Dominaria, but you know, you can't beat everything. Keep plussing Karn, I guess. Reveals Urza's Mine and Myr Retriever. Weak. This deck really needs Walking Ballista or something in it. Yeah, I should have cracked the map first. Whoops. Scalding Turn. Yes! Oh no. Oh, that's fine. There's a lot of mana. They definitely are not wanting for mana. Oh, please try to bog me. Please try to bog me. No. Shoot. Last card in their hand is almost definitely Cryptic Commands, so we'd really like to, you know what we need in this deck right now? Buried Ruin. Buried Ruin would actually be fantastical. Okay. I'll plus Karn first. Womp. And the other card was Expedition Map. We've got infinite mana. Mine. Chandra. Can't counter that one. Put counter on you. And boop them. Boop them on the nose. The problem is they're just going to go Cryptic, bounce your Blood Sun, crack Misty, crack Floodland, crack Scalding Tarn, and put a trillion zombies into play. On the other hand, they can't do that until the end of my turn. If they do that too early, I can wipe them out with Chandra. Of course, that assumes that they actually have the Cryptic in their hand, which I think is fair. Any of this stuff I'll need, no. Cryptic in the hand is worth 2 in the deck. You have said some words, my friend. You have said some words. Oh, I was really hoping that would prompt them to go off. They're just going to kill me in one hit if they have it. Please don't have it. No, no. Brutal. Brutal. Can't beat that one. But no, but Blood Sun did its job. We just couldn't win the game. Like we were just horribly inept at actually accomplishing anything. Like, maybe if I had been putting constructs into play every turn with Karn instead, we might have been able to beat them down, but I don't think so. We were probably getting close on that turn, but I don't think we were going to make it. We'll keep this mediocrity. Galvanic Blast might have text. Have you tried being less inept and more out-ept? I haven't. Till now. Ooh, fancy wooded foothills. So beautiful. Thank you, Juanes Dario. Oh no. It's time for Heliod. So I'm going to play the mountain. So instead of turn 3 Tron, I'm admitting that I need to interact. Which I probably should not have done. But if I had gone for Tron, playing Golos plus Lightning Greaves doesn't save me from getting wrecked out of this game, so... Okay, I think they have Knight of Autumn in their hand? Ranger Cat. Yep. The non-land? Oh, Conclave Mentor? It's like Sneck. This is like Winding Constrictor. So this combos with Heliod. I really should have killed that before it hit me. Probably won't matter. Oh, yeah. No, it's not Conclave Guild. I think we just sit and wait for Tron. Well, I wouldn't call a podcast that's 3 months old new, but... How's it going, Brian? You should watch the replay of this league, because the first match, we wrecked a very good player on a quite good deck. The rest of it is probably not worth watching after that. You could just assume we won everything. We didn't, but you could assume that. Yeah. Womp womp. Indeed. It's a shame that you didn't get here until just now, because I feel like I could have used your input many turns of this league, because I have frequently had no idea what to do with this deck. Okay. Can't play non-creature spells this turn, you say. Very well. Allow me to play 2 creatures. And then my opponent is probably going to go to infinite life, but what they don't know is we have Blightsteel Colossus. So we might actually be able to steal this game eventually. The reason we did not get it Cascading Cataracts right there is because we already have it in our hand. Also, Brian, we did cast, we hard cast Blightsteel Colossus last game. It was mana leaked, but we did hard cast it. Okay, so they have infinite life, but they don't have infinite power. Okay. So let's play the Cataracts. And go for a spin, I guess. No time like the present. Pay 2. Okay. Okay. So, yeah, play that. And play that. And play this. Get that. Sack this. More maps, eh? Oh yeah, we're gonna have infinite mana. As if we didn't already. I guess... I'll play the Star. Pop the Star. Oh, perfect. I don't think it'll be in any way useful, but, you know, might as well. Might as well go for a soda, you know? Alright. Half the turn. Hopefully they can't make infinite creatures. I would like that to be the case. Okay. Oh, this is the normal kill. Yeah, we're just done, huh? Yeah, they put the counter on Ballista, and then they give it lifelink, and then we die. Shoot. Yep. You got me. I do think this is a matchup we can win. Need more Pithing Needles. They're only in the sideboard. What would have been really good there was having Pyrite Spellbomb, I think, on board. And I think this deck should probably be playing Karn, Scion of Urza. How good is Ugin? Probably really good. I think he's a replacement for Wurmcoil in this matchup. Well, I cut the other Ugins for the Chandras. I think they're a lot better. Don't need Soul Guide Lantern. Yeah, Chandra's pretty good. Chandra's good for the kind of matchups. 3-0 with Kin and Breach. Nice. Jiggy, you are the champion of our podcast in terms of playing good decks. Breach is good when everyone's skipping on Graveyard Hate. Because nobody's playing anything like Dredge right now. Like at all. At all. People are playing like very light Graveyard Hate or things like Bajuka Bog, which doesn't normally come in at instant speed. Okay, I think I'm pretty happy with this sideboard. Alright. What got cut for the extra maps? Chromatic Spheres. I just think that's a way better swap. Probably shouldn't keep this, but should have paid for the premium Graveyard Aid. The Tron hands are the best thing this deck can do, right? But I do think that there's some potential here, and I think that if we play Karn Great Creator, we'll definitely be better off. It's probably drifting dangerously close to... I haven't had any problems with red so far, but... Oh, shit. Because I know they have a Utopia Sprawl, so they're going to have 4 mana on turn 2. That gets you the mountain if you need it. Yeah. No, yeah. Okay. 2 baubles. 2. They're gonna have 4 mana. Oh, good. So this no longer draws me a card. Yeah, alright, fair enough. I don't blame myself for that keep. I would blame myself if I kept this one. Blame me for the bad luck. That's fair. It is definitely my fault. I'm gonna pitch one of these Trash for Treasure. Trash for Treasure has been really not good. I don't know if the deck could be built. Yeah, like you started. I saw that you started with 4, and I was surprised that you went down for 2 to 2 because I thought for sure it must be one of the most powerful things we can do, but it's just not at all. Like, I knew you couldn't get Blightsteel, but I was like, I don't know in what form or fashion I thought we were going to be able... I guess I thought this was like a Faithless Looting deck. You know what I mean? Like, even without Faithless Looting, even though I know Faithless Looting is banned, and I like, it just, yeah. It's not... What is this? Okay. Sure. I'll play Urza at some point this week. Okay, so we're in the 1 and 3 bracket. We're now against mono blue. I think you want to go harder on Kuldotha. I think what this deck should be is the Kuldotha Forgemaster turbo combo deck. I do think you could play Goblin Engineer in that deck. I just think that Kuldotha Forgemaster should be the 4 of that you are trying to pay off. I think Servo Schematic is a very reasonable include. My opponent's not on the Nassif special, the mono blue control deck with Delvers. I guess mono blue Delver is probably more of a tempo deck. If I get Cryptic commanded here, I'm going to be so annoyed. My opponent's playing the deck I want to be playing. I did entomb a Myr Battleспhere in the first iteration, bring it out with trash. Yeah, it's just such a crappy 3-card combo that folds to force a negation. Like, it's really cool if you could guarantee the only things you were going to play against were, like, Jund, but it's not. It's just so impossible to make any of this stuff happen. I guess I should save the Engineer. Oh, man. I mean, they missed a land... No, they haven't missed a land drop. I missed a land drop. You've countered the first thing I've played every turn. Of course, I hadn't threatened to double spell yet, but I'm assuming you will counter this, tapping all your mana, so I will thus resolve my Goblin Engineer. Nope. I tried to be sneaky. Did not work. On the plus side, we will get to hose their first, really. I don't know what's going on, but I don't like it. Also, is there anything we can put in this deck that is like guaranteed value in the graveyard, even if Goblin Engineer dies? There isn't, right? I was trying to think of that, like Sword of the Meek kind of deal, where it's like we don't care if they kill our Goblin Engineer, he actually accomplished something. I think I'm going to put in Ichor Wellspring because we've got the Goblin Engineer and a Scrap Trawler. I do think there's a lot of value to having like a Heartless Summoning combo kill or something in here. Okay. It is like Delver or something, where we just haven't seen any Delvers or Brazen Borrowers yet. I bet you they're going to kill me with Snapcasters and Brazen Borrowers. Quicken. Oh, God. Is it a Narset Wheel deck? It must be. Yes, it is. Huh. Wild. So they're trying to set up a Narset Wheel right now. I probably should nuke their graveyard there, but it's not going to matter when they have their 6th land and Narset in a wheel. Narset? Yep. Okay. I probably could have stuck in there and just like top deck Kuldotha Forgemaster, but I feel like they earned that. So this is the all Chandra game. Pithing Needle doesn't matter. Karn's okay, in that he's less expensive. Wurmcoil does not need to be here. Welding Jar probably unnecessary. Lotus Bloom has not done anything so far. I understand the theory, but I don't know if it works in this deck, unless we play more of them. Pyrite Spellbomb, probably not great. Galvanic Blast. Yeah, totally. It's just, I feel like there's so much room for better speculative cards, you know? Like having main deck hate pieces like a Damping Sphere. Obviously, Damping Sphere messes with us too, but I'm just saying, like, I don't know. I feel like there's higher impact. Map. I don't have a plan for this hand, but maybe something will present itself. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely something here. My biggest concern is it's just going to be a much worse version of an existing deck. But time will tell. I was supposed to bauble there. God damn it. Their mono blue deck that's a stack of... Present them. Their mono blue deck that's an entire pile of interaction managed to not interact on... Or managed to hold up their mana and probably has a piece of interaction for this turn. Shoot. I have been defeated. Trash for Treasure is just... you can't play Trash for Treasure in Modern right now. You can't. You cannot. I don't think this is a card you can play. Forgemaster, yes. Because Forgemaster is a creature. It's not an automatic 2-for-1. Like, it's a 3/5 at worst. Like, it's just a big, beefy body. But I don't know. I can't stand playing Trash for Treasure right now. The best payoff in this deck is Kuldotha Forgemaster. What? Okay, I guess. My hand wasn't that good, so I'll take it. Ah, no, it's my turn. I should have bobbled them at the end of their turn. Well, we can get a hasty Goblin Engineer. Wow. I can't even... Sorry, I got distracted by the fact that my screen turned off. My laptop screen is messed up right now, and it keeps turning off, and it's very distracting. It's just like blinking on my left. So I fat-fingered that one. All right. I don't know. I guess we'll bobble on their turn. Maybe it'll still be okay. Maybe we'll just be amazing. Jesus, I screwed that up. On the flip side, we can play Goblin Engineer and Trash for Treasure next turn. Wait, if they tap down and don't have Force of Negation, we can kill them. Because we play Goblin Engineer, we put... No, you can't... you can't do that with... You can't do that with Blightsteel. Can we? Is it possible? Or am I crazy? I was really hoping to draw a piece there. Yeah, we're short. Okay, well they let that resolve, so that's hopeful. I think we're supposed to get Servo Schematic here. Yeah, I could have just straight up cast the Forgemaster, but Forgemaster would have to sack the Lightning Greaves. No, it's 5. It's just it has to sack the Lightning Greaves, which means it's basically not worth doing, right? Let's see if we get this. Or they have Vapor Snag, but then I get to Engineer again. Yeah, cool. Sick. I have Galvanic Blast for their thing in the ice right now. I'm about to have Metalcraft. And I can generate an extra artifact by sacking any of my artifacts and swapping out the Servo Schematic. It's behind your head. Oh yeah, my layout is screwed up. Hold on. I know my layout is screwed up. No, I don't want the battlefield to be that big. There we go. And then we'll move the stack. Next time I have a chance. Okay, so we're just gonna sit. Not enough red to cast it? We have enough red to cast it. We don't have enough red to cast it and activate Goblin Engineer. But that's not really a problem. Like, we probably won't need to do both. Trigger. I really hope they go all in on flipping their thing in the ice. That would be an unbelievable blowout. Oh, sorry. I gotta move the stack. No! Come back. I guess I Galvanic Blast at end of turn? No, we're gonna do this. Aha! I have tiny robots. What we are going to do is on our turn, we're going to try to Galvanic Blast down the thing in the ice, pretending as if that's something that we feel like we really need to do. And then we should be able to resolve the Forgemaster after that. Get out of here. Cryptic? But what's the other mode? Bounce Lightning Greaves? Just draw? Oh my god. I think we're gonna get a really good turn here. Trigger. Okay, I'll get a 1/1, but also... Hello! Yes, they have a blocker. But we get to kill their thing in the ice, and it is not super likely that they have an easy out for this. We went off. Bye, thing in the eyes. Bye. I guess I should have attacked with the Goblin Engineer for maximum value, but... Now the real question is, do I move the Lightning Greaves? I don't think so. I think that would be an incredible mistake. So I don't know if that's the real question or if that's just a question. And a fairly pointless one at that. Yeah. I know they play bounce. I know they play plenty of bounce. Literally what they're digging for right now is 2 bounce spells. Thank goodness. Okay. Mono blue bounce house. I love that deck. Do they play mass bounce? That's a good question. I don't know. Did I kill you? Because you did not cryptic me. Got him. So the goal in this last game is to kill them with Chandra. Because they did not see one there. And I believe it to be possible. Oh, Trinisphere. Trinisphere is probably a card that this deck should be playing. To hose other decks. Yeah, we're going to keep this one. It's not great, but it's not bad. No, no, it wasn't. Because I know what I cut. It was 2 Ugins and a something. That's okay. It's all good. It's not like I consulted you to make sure I got the correct updated version when I went to play it. No, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Nothing wrong with having room for improvement here. Well, they've got a Narset coming. Do they have a ritual? I think it is. Sure. So we've got turn 3 Tron. So that's kind of hot. So, yeah, the thing is, the turn 3 Tron is going to result in us playing some things that are not really going to accomplish all that much. Tron, Kuldotha, Greaves. No, I know I can, but I can't attack past the thing in the ice. Like, it doesn't... Like... And I don't have enough artifacts to go off. I need a mine. I love this mine. Little robot mine. Need to sack the Greaves. No, but I need to sack the map. I already needed to sack the map, so that already wasn't going to be a thing, right? Okay, so if they bounce the Forgemaster, unless what they use to bounce it is the free spell, the pitch spell that bounces, I would rather play Forgemaster and Servo Schematic here. I mean, we're going to jam the Forgemaster, but I think the better other card to play is Servo Schematic. Because they don't... Giving it haste is literally nothing this turn. Servo Schematic generates me the 2 artifacts, and then next turn I can play the Lightning Greaves, swap out the Blightsteel. Yeah, I just... If they bounce the Forgemaster, I can do that next turn. I'll have enough artifacts. You know what I mean? They have counter magic up next turn, but I think it's still better. I don't know for sure that I'm right. It's possible the correct thing to do here is just vomit out as much of my hand as possible because we might get wheeled right now. Like this can get forced, and they can if they have a Days Undoing, they can force with impunity, right? Because it doesn't matter. But the thing is, this if they wheel right now, they're going to be nervous because I have 3 artifacts and a Kuldotha Forgemaster. I want them to be nervous. If they have counter magic up, they'll have counter magic up. Come on now. Okay, that's the right order to do that. Remand. Okay. So you're telling me you already have... You already have a way to deal with my board? Okay, so... I think I want to play Galvanic Blast first. Yeah, we're going to bait the counter with Blast. If this resolves too, my Servo can take down Narset without me having to do anything egregious. They've seen this play before. Bouncing the Forgemaster. Okay. So if I sack everything I have now to get the Blightsteel, we play the Lightning Greaves, and no, we're not done. We need a way through the thing in the ice. We have not won. Force negation. Oh, if they have force for my Lightning Greaves, I mean, that's not the end of the world. 5 cards in hand. Yeah. I probably should have played Myr Retriever first so I could activate Forgemaster with Myr Retriever in play. Because I think in that case you can bring back the Forgemaster because you're paying the cost at the same time and choosing the targets. Anyway. Too late to worry about it. Scrap Trawler seems underexplored. Yeah, I think so. Oh yeah, the deck is definitely intriguing. I think you can expand your Golos lands package too. Very much effectively. Well, I don't think it's ever going to be the right choice not to get the Blightsteel here. I mean, if I get Pyrite Spellbomb, I can guarantee that their Narset can't go off, which is kind of interesting. Unless they just jam a second Narset. I think we get the Blightsteel and force them. Force them to force. can attack Narset. Well, I'm not, because like, I'm just, if I... Attacking Narset means they get to keep their thing in the ice, and if they want to wheel next turn, they also have to have an answer for my Blightsteel, because they did not have the force there, which is a pretty big deal. Because the number one reason I'm not worried about Narset is I'm just going to play out my hand here. Yes, the force was not strong with them. Roy, what other infect cards should we be playing to close the gap here in situations like this? A wheel doesn't do it. They need more. Vector Asp. Is that a card? Is that like a 7 mana, like 3/5 with infect or something stupid? I feel like it has to be something like that. Ogre Menial. Oh, that's amazing. That's from New Phyrexia, right? The red card with infect, because they had to do one. Okay, so they've got to have Cryptic here, I'm guessing. Oh, they scooped. All right, we got a 2/3. So we did as well with this deck as we did with Esper Areo. Does that mean this deck is as good as Esper Areo? Absolutely not. But there's definitely some potential here. I think Scrap Trawler, yeah. I think we have to find a way to abuse Scrap Trawler and Myr Retriever. It felt like we didn't have enough ways to sacrifice stuff ever. Like, in that whole league, I activated Goblin Engineer like twice, maybe once, which is not where we want to be. I think you got to get up to 4 Forgemasters. I think that has to be the first change, is that we got to be all in on the Forgemaster. And then, so what I would do at this point is just let's try to strip it down. Let's get all the cuteness out of here. I think a single Lightning Greaves is mandatory, but I don't know beyond that. I don't know about the Baubles. They were not ever particularly significantly valuable. Obviously, you need the artifact count to be high enough, but okay, so yes, 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 probably no. So this is what I'd start with, and then obviously the Galvanic Blasts are not an integral part of the deck. This is what I would start with, and try to find the most powerful things that this can be doing. Like, so Blightsteel is the this is your win condition right here, with at least 1 Lightning Greaves. Maybe we could play more Greaves. I'm not necessarily saying we shouldn't play more copies of Lightning Greaves. I do think it's possible we should probably be playing blue for Emery. Not for Wur, because that doesn't really help us. Just because we are kind of an affinity deck, I feel like we should be playing we should be playing some other color. I'm 99% sure there should be another color in this deck. It just seems that like what we're getting out of red doesn't mean we have to be all in on red. Yeah, I see that. Yeah, the other thing, though, is we never once set up Scrap Trawler with a Bauble. Our Baubles were getting exiled, or we would not have a Bauble, and we'd be sacking 1 mana things, and there'd be nothing at 0 to pick up. I'm not saying that that's not a good thing to have, I just don't... It didn't come up once in 5 matches, so... I'm just not sure how valuable that's going to be. Anyway, this is what I would work it down to. I think the Golos is almost definitely worth it. Like, he was spectacular in the one game where we started activating him, and then we got Troned because the Tron deck was way better than us at doing its thing. So I definitely think we should have Cleansing Wildfires in the sideboard. The Blood Sun was actually really good against the 5-color field deck that we played against, but we just couldn't find a way to win the game. most of this sideboard is garbage too. Like these are all not great. I think the Ensnaring Bridge should be in the main deck. There's probably room for at least one Pithing Needle too. And then Tormod's Crypt is not a bad thing as an extra piece of graveyard hate. Same with Soul Guide Lantern. But I also don't know how much we need extra graveyard hate. Extra Pithing Needles is probably good, but extra graveyard hate, I'm not sure. I'm not sold. Sphere should be in this list somewhere, probably one in the main deck. So that is all my thoughts for now. I'm feeling pretty burned out on Magic for the moment, so I'm going to take dinner, go off, do some dinner, do some notes for the recording tomorrow of the Serum Visions podcast. So if you do want to check that out, you can check that out at Serum Visions podcast, find it on Podbean, find it on your podcast player on your product, your Apple product. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can hit that like button, smash that subscribe button. And when can I join the podcast? Do you even play Magic, Larynx Punchworthy? This is a joke. I'm terrible at everything. Well, so are we. I mean, I don't know if you've heard us, but I mean, I'm the engineer / editor, and my sound quality is by far the worst out of all three of us consistently. So, you know. Anywho, thanks for tuning in, and hope you enjoy.